Alright, now we're back. Flip the camera around so you can see what we're looking at. Back up a little bit here. So here's the sink, kitchen area. Got this nice butcher block counter put in. Here's the chunk that we took out of it for the sink hole. Nice and pretty. So we're going to save that later. Probably make a cutting board out of it. Something to fill the sink. So like I said, Joe helped me make this nice butcher block, fake butcher block type of countertop. Put 2 or 3 coats of polyurethane on it, smooth it out. We got shore power. We've talked about that before. We got the water pump switch wired in here. Had to cut a piece of diamond plate to make that because that hole was actually larger than a standard cover plate would cover. And then we've got the 5-volt USB in here. We got the sink with the removable faucet thingy here so you can get the whole sink wet. So something Stephanie wanted in there, so we put it in there for her. And the fun part, turn the switch on here. You can hear the water pump kind of burp a little bit here and there because it's trying to maintain a certain amount of pressure. We got hot water and we got cold water. Now right now we don't have actual hot water because even though the hot water heater is hooked up, we don't have propane filled in that tank, so we didn't actually turn it on yet. So it'll work, the plumbing works. Turn the water pump off there. As soon as we put some propane to it, we'll have hot water. Now, we did change, there we go, panel light. That's converted to LED, but only partially. If you turn these other 2 lights on, those are incandescent. That's LED. So we got a little bit of light under here. We may put some more light back here in this area so that whoever's cooking over here has plenty of light. Okay, so here's the bed area. There's the cat door area. So the cat's got plenty of room back in there. Her bed, her litter pan, all that stuff's going to get tucked in back there. Little spot for her to go. Doors held closed with magnets. You know, high-tech stuff. Plenty of room down in there for the cat. So she'll have plenty of room to get away from the dog. This area over here, we're trying to figure out what to do with it. So we put a cargo net in front of it, and we're just not happy with how the cargo net is going to be attached. It's got some screws with some carabiners on it, and it works, but we're just not sure if that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put some tables back there, some TV tray tables, so we can eat in here. See, the cushion's not mounted. It's just going to free float for now. There's the wallpaper. You can see all the way around. In the back there, you can see we've got some fluorescent light back there. There we go. We've got a screen that's mounted in here. So when we're going down the road or when we get to a campground, we're going to have the cat and the dog both in here. We don't want the cat getting out. So we put some screen over the back door to keep her from jumping out the back while we're loading and unloading under stuff that's underneath the bed. So we'll see how that works. It does actually go in there a little bit neater. I've just kind of thrown it back there for the now. Better view of our wireless transceiver for the rear view camera. The lights back here. In the previous video, I showed you I converted that light from fluorescent to LED. Well, this morning I converted the others to LED. So that's all LED back there now. And all the interior lights for the dome lights, high and low, all of that's, you can't see them, they're on, but there's just no bulbs back there because that's the bedroom area. All of that's LED. So internally lit, we have nothing but LED. Like I said, queen size bed. And what else do we got here? Kind of move around here. Some of the wallpaper. This is what I was talking about where it didn't go on smoothly. We got a couple of bubbles and whatnot in there, and every time you smooth them down, you try to smooth them out a little bit. Smooth them down. They'll come back in a day or so. We tried heating it up and kind of run the putty knife and roller across it, and they'll be back. So we're just going to deal with it for now. There's another little section right down in there. But those are the two main sections. Up here, got the clock mounted. Got it set up in there. It's a little bit crooked. I'm going to fix that later. Okay, so another view of the sink now that I'm standing up. This is what it looks like when I'm standing up. This is my point of view. I haven't done anything inside the power area. It works fine. So you mounted a cup holder up there for Stephanie so she can have a drink while we're driving. Oh, here's the other cool part. The refrigerator is in. We got the refrigerator, finally. We wanted a bigger one, but the bigger one didn't come in. There's a long story with that. I'll tell you about it later. But it's mounted. It uses 110, or we can plug in 12 volts, but we have to unplug that one to plug this one in. So when we go boondocking, we can just run on the battery. Got a strap holding it down, and we have another strap to go across the front of it when we're driving down the road. But until then, we open it up, a little light, get my glass of tea out of there. There we go. There we go, nice and cold. Okay, let's see, what are we looking at? Nothing changed with the door, some tuning over there. Oh, the other thing I added over here, I added this power panel over here, or this little power port, USB and 12 volt. It's the same thing that's plugged up behind the refrigerator. We were debating putting some others in, but we want to really see what we need going down the road. And I think that's all we've done on the inside. There's a lot of little things we've done, but trying to document it all. Let me move this out of the way. A couple of places we've got little cubbies back here that we want to store stuff into. So put a little finger hole in there, and now we can put a shoebox or some other stuff in there. Then we're not using it. Cover it up, put stuff on top of it. There we go. This container, if you go back and look at the first videos, it was actually mounted up in the upper cabinet, but I saved it, mounted it over here, so it's mounted in, it's not going anywhere, and it's lockable, so we can lock this and keep stuff from walking away. This used to be for the sharps, needles and whatnot, so we took the biohazard sticker off. You can still see remnants. We're gonna leave sharps there because this is where she wants to put her knives and stuff. It's right here next to the cook area. So we figured it sounded kind of cute. Leave it labeled sharps and put in there. Let's see. I think that's so far so good for the interior walk around. I'll go ahead and turn this one off and then go show you what we did in the outside cabinets.